This is the one and only here on the tube, which is Heavy Metal 95 here. Once again, we got a brand new metal song history video, once again, for the first time. So for those who haven't been wondering, because I just wanted to cover all these ones with another obscure song from a obscure new wave of British heavy metal band from the 80s as well. Especially the ones that released only one album they did. Yep, that's right, because for those who haven't been wondering as well, we're going to be talking about this song, and this is from the band Split Beaver, because they were formed in Wolverhampton, England, and that is the song we're going to talk about, Savage. Yeah, that's the song I'm going to talk about for this one. So before we dive into the song, I'm going to give you a quick little rundown about the band Split Beaver in this one. I first heard about the band Split Beaver. This goes all the way back, I remember back in 2016, because I think I was reading the book that I borrowed from the library at the time, was the book The International Encyclopedia of Hard Rock and Heavy Metal. I think I remember reading the part about the band Split Beaver in the book The International Encyclopedia of Hard Rock and Heavy Metal, and they were originally signed to Heavy Metal Records. This all has got to me from when I look back in the past of 2016. I remember reading the book, though, and I finally know about what I've heard about it. And this has all gathered up, considering for this as well. For a most band as well, because they released the song Savage as a hit single for what Split Beaver did with the Hound of Hell on the B-side to the song Savage. For the real thing. So that's how I wanted to come by on obscure bands that were part of the new wave of British heavy metal. Usually. Hell, they even were featured on those heavy metal forum pages. Like these heavymetalrarities.com. Yep. Now that I have to say for the way of this as well. Yeah, because I now wanted to say they're the most typical bands that are typical obscure band that are part of the new wave British heavy metal. Consider that this song, Savage by Split Beaver, looks like something, I don't know if Encyclopedia Metalum, the Metal Archives, could have gotten a hold of this page, but for this, as now I remember. Now that I remember to however, the English Wikipedia page hasn't got any information about the band Split Beaver, because they were formed from Wolverhampton, England in 1979, because they have been influenced from specific bands like Motorhead and Tank. Some rock and roll and bluesy thing. Considering, but then again, their record label, Heavy Metal Records, was one of them. And this is your typical thing for whatever I wanted to come by for the song, like Savage by Split Beaver. They were, this before they, because this band was short-lived, if I'm not remembering. Yep. Because I finally found ourselves a real gold mine for the obscurity bands that are part of new wave British heavy metal. And this looked like something, I don't know if Encyclopedia Metalum, the Metal Archives, would have gotten a hold of this though, as usual. But Heavy Metal Rarities Forum.com has the real thing for the whatever I come by on Split Beaver. However, this song was Savage was the first track that ended up appearing on their only album, When Hell Won't Have You. Yeah, that's right, because I just wanted to come by for most of the songs from Split Beaver as well. Because that's the one thing that has ever got to this, as it was to the preparatory thing as well. I mean, it's not so hard anymore as well, because how did they record the first track as a hit single with Hound of Hell as the B-side? However, consider that they were also rock influenced by specific bands like Thin Lizzy and Deep Purple during these days of the new wave British heavy metal era. According to Macmillan, who wrote the New Wave British Heavy Metal Encyclopedia, the band's songs were on the single and sampler were influenced by boogie woogie and rock and roll for like specific bands like Speed Limit and Starfighters on the bases. However, influences were Tank and Motorhead with a mixture of heavy boogie, blues, rough rock and roll, quieter things. Yeah, that's just basically how those bands have gotten to the attention, though, as they're basically the equivalent, becoming another side note to Iron Maiden to this day as well. However, Iron Maiden had the recognition as well. Consider that the song was also appeared in movies, most specifically the English-Italian language horror movie from the 80s, such as Wild Beasts. Like, for the only thing for this as well, because how did they added this song Savage by Split Beaver in that movie? Because it was great to hear this particular typical new wave of British heavy metal song in an Italian horror movie like Split Beaver. Now that I remember, though, considering the movie Wild Beast has only one new wave British heavy metal song, which is right after the song Simba by Douglas Meakin on the radio part, and that's before this led to the song, the only one song from the new wave of British heavy metal band Split Beaver from their only one album, When Hell Won't Have You, as well. But then again, considering that Split Beaver had this only song, Savage, which has only been selected for the movie, I don't know if this has all have come across to this. For the way of this as well, and I come by on obscurity songs like biker rock influence with bluesy biker rock feel, with the fusion in the movement for the style, with these guitar solos, highlighting with how they combining heavy metal and new wave British heavy metal with like bluesy and biker rock style, like of all things for what the song like Savage by Split Beaver had, on this whole recognition on these songs that are coming out in the new wave of British heavy metal at the time. However, this song has been included in their only album, When Hell Won't Have You, as well. This is back then until the band Split Beaver split up in 1980s, the late 80s, as far as I know, accordingly. As now that I remember, how do they do this as well? Because, well, they have been gathered up if they had concerts as well. From now that you have the whole recognition for the way of this. Consider the band broke up after the motorcycle accident. The song's Savage by Split Beaver is the greatest. This was featured in the movie Wild Beasts as well. The guitar solo is great. The drums excellent. It's very influence of Angel Witch and Saxon, because the new wave of British heavy metal. The vocals are excellent. The lyrics are good. 10 out of 10 for this song. Like this song, like Savage by Split Beaver. That's going to be it for this video for today. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel, especially if you're new to the channel. Smack the like button. Be sure to hit the notifications bell button. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Be sure to check out my metal song history and rock song history videos. And this is all going to be it for today. This is Heavy Metal 95 signing off. Thank you for watching my video. I'm glad you liked it. Hope you enjoy it. Hope to see you soon for the next video. Be sure to stay safe and stay healthy. Hope you all have a great day. Take care. Goodbye for now. Keep it metal for this video on metal song history.